West Siberian northern bogs attracted the attention of the scientists from Tomsk State University more than 20 years ago. The processes going on in these vast territories turned out to have a great impact on the climate of our planet. For the years of research into West Siberian bogs, scientists from Tomsk have found a lot of colleagues sharing their ideas, and not only in Russia. The researchers from France have become their most close associates. Together with them, scientists from Tomsk have organized several field parties, won a number of prestigious scientific grants, created an interdisciplinary research cluster at Tomsk State University to study biodiversity and landscapes under the influence of changing climate. Tomsk State University winter expedition to the north of West Siberia started in February 2014. The researchers planned to collect the data for different kinds of analysis. The route for collecting samples crossed the geographical mega profile from the West Siberian southern landscapes to the Gulf of Ob in the far north. All over the world, winter ecology starts developing as a promising scientific trend. It was also interesting to see how bog territories look like in winter. Up to now, the scientists have been there only in summer. A winter day is short. On the way to the north, landscapes are rather monotonous. There are no bright colors. The gray color prevails. Only in the evening, at the sunset, if the weather is good, the sky flourishes in red and pink clouds. The way to the north goes through bogs and ice river crossings, as well as along the so-called snow roads that can be used only in winter. In summer, it is not possible to drive here. In Langepas, 1,000 kilometers from Tomsk, the field party participants experience a severe frost, 50 degrees below zero. It is a real challenge for both people and equipment, but the aim of the expedition is to be reached. Therefore, neither frost nor icy wind prevent the scientists from working. Following the plan, they stop from time to time on their way to collect samples of water, ice and snow. The procedure is done in accordance with the strict rules such as remoteness from objects of civilization, roads and bridges, usage of special containers and equipment. Any departure from the requirements may result in getting invalid data for the laboratory research to be, and the expedition outcomes are supposed to have a great influence on current conception of the landscape's dynamics and biogeochemistry under global warming. Here is Khanymey at last. This is a small village in Yamal Autonomous Okrug, with a population about 5,000 people. Khanymey became the center for studying northern bogs for TSO scientists and their colleagues long time ago. In the village, there's a small church and a railway station connecting it to the neighboring towns. The researchers established good relations with local administration. Because of its flat relief and relatively homogeneous geological structure, Western Siberia is the only place on the Earth where the classical landscapes such as steppe, taiga, forest taiga and tundra are clearly seen. A special place in this ecological corridor is taken by a site in tundra zone located at a distance of 20 kilometers from Khanymey. Wetlands in the area exceed incomparably similar phenomena in Scandinavia, Canada and Alaska. This is the place where Tomsk State University Research Station is supposed to be built in the nearest future to study ecosystems of thermokarst lakes. This is the first trial of a snowmobile. The field party members set off to choose a site for collecting samples. Khanymey is surrounded by a plain that is so flat that you cannot see the horizon sometimes. Life in the northern nature appears not to stop even in winter, as we constantly come across animals' tracks on the snow, and white grouse seem to be unusual fruits hanging in absolutely bare trees. All the participants of the field party meet in Khanymey. Those who have come from Tomsk in cars join the ones who have traveled by train. At the airport of Noyabrsk, 70 kilometers from the village, arrived the researcher from Moscow. All of them are to travel a lot within the next few days, but at short distances on snowmobiles and skis. The field work starts. The expedition participants go to the site to collect samples. Some of them make snow survey to assess the depth and density of the snow cover using special measuring tools. With the help of titanic ring drill, made especially for the expedition at the defense plant to provide sample purity, the scientists start cutting out core from lake ice thickness. Taking turns, they try to drill, but it is not an easy task. The knives break down because the ice on northern lakes is heterogeneous with layers of sand inclusions. When a water body freezes, the water under the pressure of permafrost from below splash many times on the ice surface, which is the reason why the core of the sampled ice looks like a layer cake consisting of the layers of ice and sand. Coming into touch with it, any tools, even titanic ones, break down. The weather makes its contribution as well. At first the sky is clear, but in a few days severe Arctic winds come to Khanymey. Falling snow burns the face, and you just want to find a shelter in this flat plain to hide from this blizzard. But you have a plan to follow, and the party continues working even when the weather conditions are unfavorable. A short day finishes, and the scientists come back to the hotel. The work has not been finished yet. In the evening, they have to pack the samples for them to be sent not only to Tomsk, but also to Toulouse for a thorough biogeochemical analysis. In France, a colleague of scientists from Tomsk, Oleg Pokrovsky, works. In 2013, under his guidance, one of the leading laboratories in the field of biogeochemical and remote sensing methods of environment monitoring, BioGeoClim, was established at Tomsk State University. The young scientists work hard. The student of Biological Institute Ivan Kritskov, postgraduate of the Faculty of Geology and Geography Viktor Sinkov, and laboratory member Rinat Manasipov. Having spent the whole day in the field, under severe conditions of the north, they have to prepare the samples. They go to bed late at night, and after 3 hours sleep, start working again. The scientists collect the data not only for the laboratory under the guidance of Pokrovsky. Apart from 64 points of sampling water and ice, they also check the data of satellite altimetry and collected frozen peat for experiments in the laboratory. They also collected conifer needles for their colleagues from the Institute of Monitoring Climbing and Environmental Systems of Siberian branch of the Russian Academy of Science, pollution samples for the chemists from Tomsk State University, and searched for stardust the comet, having passed by the Earth some time ago, might have lost. The data obtained will serve as the basis for scientific publications in world top journals. The researchers are sure that it is going to be a real breakthrough in the field of biogeochemistry and landscape ecology of Arctic ecosystems. The researchers note that they managed to survive and fulfill their task only due to the experience of two people, Viktor Drozdov, the expert in working under the conditions of far north, and Alexander Sorochinsky, a mechanical engineer. Western Siberia is one of the key areas on our planet because of its unique natural factors. It is the northern wetlands that may well play a very important role in the process of global climate change. This role of wetlands in maintaining the biosphere stability under the conditions of growing anthropogenic impact has been realized recently. It has become clear that in case the process of forming bogs goes in a different way, it may result in considerable emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This is the reason why the process of wetlands breathing cannot but attract the attention of researchers. However, there is still a lot to study in vast northern territories. The first winter expedition shed a little light upon what is going on there. Vast unexplored territories are waiting for researchers to come.